Jesus says, "Dear loving child of mine, sit here on my lap and let me explain to you about your life on earth." Remember when Peter was walking on the water toward me? He was doing fine until his attention was diverted away from me, and he focused on the storm surrounding him. You are no different from Peter, even though he lived when I walked the earth. First of all, your whole life on earth is a storm. You can only walk through life with your eyes continually focused on me. When Peter looked straight from me, he started drowning. I reached out to save him. Know that I will be there for you every time that you need me to be. Know that each disappointment, each moment of depression, each time you feel like just giving up, is the same as falling deep into the water. And to be saved, you must just grab my arm that is reaching out to you. Now you ask, how do you accomplish this? You visit me here in the sacred host in this holy church. It is a real step toward me to have the desire to come here. But when you actually show up, it is then when my grace of total peace is given to you. Think back and try to remember a time when coming to visit me that you ever left without obtaining peace of heart. Here, and particularly here, can I renew your hope, your love for me. Close your eyes now and relax. Feel all your anxiety fall at my feet, and I will dispose of them forever. Jesus says, first of all, your whole life on earth is a storm. You can only walk through life with your eyes continually focused on me. It is a known fact. What we focus on, we actually become. And the other fact is, your kingdom is where your heart is. When we focus only on the suffering world, ours and the wider reality, we shrink into possible negativity, even severe criticism, as we feel impotent in the face of a world reeling under situations which seem insurmountable. Peter sinks into the rough seas because his focus changes to the trouble around him, the rough sea. And so, what is being called for? Well, focus on Christ. He reaches out. And this is exactly what Jesus did on the ocean. He reached out and saved Peter, because he called out for help. Yes, we are compassionate and respond the best we can to all the various situations and troubles in the world. We think of the coronavirus situation right now. It is wonderful to see how many people reach out in generosity, kindness, care, and prayer. But we are also anxious, we are worried, and we don't know where to turn to. Yes, our world is a storm. But you know, Jesus walks the waters of our various storms. When we gaze on Jesus, he engages us and grants us the grace to walk on the water of our storms. The joyous mystery is, as we live with our focus on Christ, we become exactly another Christ. Our hearts take on his compassion. Our thoughts and judgments are transformed into his godly attitudes. And slowly we are drawn into godly love, godly strength, godly hope, faith and peace. All that is God. We grow into a quiet way of living, a quiet joy, a sense of well-being and serenity fills us. And sometimes there is a joy that sends us dancing across the floor. In this presence to Christ, in the Blessed Sacrament, we learn the secret of one will. My will in God's heart, and His will enthroned in mine. And being in Christ, we live one will. And this will is unity, community, equality, love, and all that is God. And when we live that, the storms in our life become a sea of unfathomable mercy and compassion, a sea of true life, true light, and true love. And all it requires is that we live with Christ.